Good morning dear students, welcome back to my channel. In this session, I want to explain about three types of queues. The queue is classified into four types. There are simple queue, circular queue, priority queue and double-ended queue. In the previous session already we have discussed about simple queue, right? Simple queue generally we are called as a queue. In the simple queue, the queue is having two ends. The rear end always limited to insert the elements. The front end is always limited to remove the elements from the queue. Here, the simple queue or queue follows first in first out principle. According to the first in first out order, the insertion and deletion operations takes place in the queue. So, when we want to insert an elements to the queue, we are increase rear pointer by 1 unit. When we want to delete the elements from the queue, we are increment front variable by 1 unit. When the rear is reaches the maximum size, it will indicate queue is full. When the front value is greater than rear, it will indicate queue is empty. So based on queue full and queue empty conditions, we can perform insertion and deletion operations respectively. So the second type of queue we are taken as circular queue. Circular queue. What is circular queue? Why the circular queue is needed? So first we discussed what is the need of circular queue. So, before going to the circular queue, we are discussed what is the drawback is there in the simple queue. So, here I will write the diagrammatic representation of the simple queue. In this simple queue, insert element 1, element 2, element 3 and element 4. The maximum size of this queue is 4. We want to insert 4 elements. The first element position we are represented as queue of 0. The second element position is queue of 1. The third element position is queue of 2. The element 4 position is queue of 3. Say in this queue the position 0 value is stored in the front variable. The position 3 will be stored in the rear variable. So next we want to insert an element 5 to this queue. We are increase the rear pointer by 1 unit. Rear equals to rear plus 1. So here rear value is 0. Now 0 plus 1 becomes 4. That 4 is reaches to the maximum size. When rear equals to maximum size of the queue, it will indicate queue is full. So there is no possibility to insert the new element to the queue. Suppose we want to delete element from the queue. Which element we are deleted first? Either 1 or 4. Exactly we are delete the 1 element. Because in this queue, this end we are used to delete the elements. And this end we are used to insert the elements. That end we are called as a rear end and this end we are called as a front end. So that's why we are used two variables, rear and front, to perform insertion and deletion operations in the queue. We want to delete the element. Which element is ready to go from the queue first? Which element we are inserted first? ಯಾವ element ಅನ್ನು insert ಮಾಡಿದೀವಿ queueಗೆ? one insert ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ first. ಈ element ನಮಗೆ ರಿಮೂವ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಈ element ರಿಮೂವ್ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಈಗ ನೋಡಿ ಫ್ರಂಟ್ ಮುಂಚೆ ನಮಗೆ 0 ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ ಗೆ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿತ್ತು. Now the front is point out to the position 1. Now front is point out to the position 1 because this element is ready to go out. So once we are remove this element from the queue, front will be increased by 1 unit because the next deleted element can be taken by using the front variable. Now front is point out to the position 2. Clear? Now what is the value of front? The front value is 2 because it is point out to the third element. What is the value of rare? Rare is 3 because it is a point out to the last element in the queue. Now, the queue is having certain empty positions, right? See, position 0 and position 1 is having vacant. So, for this vacant position, if it is possible to insert any other element, no. Why? Why it is not possible? Means, once a rare pointer is reaches to the maximum size, we can't insert the elements even the queue is having the empty positions. After removing certain elements, the queue is having empty positions. So, for that empty positions, we can't insert any other new elements to the simple queue. So, this is the main drawback. What is the main drawback? If the positions are available to store the values, when the rare is reaches to the maximum size, we cannot insert the elements to these empty positions. Clear? To overcome this drawback, we need circular queue. Clear? What is circular queue? Circular queue is a queue. Here, the rear end is always connected to front end. Circular queue is a queue. Here, the rear end is always connected to front end. So here also, this end we are called as a rear end. By using the rear end only, we are inserting the element. This end we are called as a front end. This end we are used to remove the elements. Clear? So, how we are insert the elements? Yatra now elements are insert ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. So, we are used modulus operator to take the remainder values. So, modulus operator how we are used means we are rare value modulus maximum size plus 1. So, rare value modulus maximum size plus 1. Clear? So, this is a formula we are used to insert the element in the vacant positions of the queue. So, now how the element can be inserted now? See here, the ray is point out to the element 3. Now, front is point out to the element 2. Position 2, ray is point out to the position 3 because this is the element ready to go out first and this is the element is ready, it is in the last position of the queue. Now I want to insert the next element to the queue. What happens here? So what is the rare value? Now rare value is 3. So 3 modulus maximum size. Sorry, here we are using rare plus 1 modulus max size. Rare plus 1 modulus max size. So here we are using rare value is 3. 3 plus 1 modulus max size. Max size value is 4. Now 3 plus 1 is 4. The modulus 4. What is the 4 modulus 4 answer? 4 modulus 4. 4 ones are 4. What is the remainder value? 0. So this remainder value the modulus operator will given. When we get rare value is 0. See here, we are right to formula is rare equals to rare plus 1 modulus max size. Here rare value is the last element portion is 3. 3 plus 1 modulus 4. 4 modulus 4. We get modulus value is, remainder value is 0. So, now rare is point out to which position? 0 position. See here, we are connect the rare into the front end. Now, the rare is point out to 0 position. For this 0 position, we want to insert the element 5. Next, we want the queue is having another empty portion, right? We want to insert another new element to this position. Again, we are using the same formula. Rare equals to rare plus 1 modulus max size. Now, what is the value of rare? Rare contains the value is 0, right? 0 plus 1 modulus 4. 0 plus 1, 1. 1 modulus 4, what is the answer? 1, we are divided by 4. 4 zeros is 0, remainder is 1. So, this remainder we are taken as a modulus answer. So, 4 modulus 1 is 1. See now, we get rare value is 1. The rare is point out to the position 1. For this position, we want to insert the new element. Clear, students? So, we have overcome the drawback of the simple queue with the help of circular queue. Circular queue is a queue. The rear end is connected to the front head. When we are removing certain elements from the queue becomes empty, or some of the positions are empty. For that positions, we are inserting the new elements in the circular queue. In the circular queue also, the insertion can take place using rear end only. Deletion can be takes place using front end only. See, after inserting two elements, which element is ready to go out first? Which element is inserted first? Before inserting 6, we are inserting 5. Before inserting 5, we are inserting 4. Before inserting 4, we are inserting 3. So, this element is ready to go out first. First come, first service. Clear? So, now we go for the third type of queue. Priority queue. So, priority queue, it is different from simple queue and circular queue. Here, we are taken a queue. The positions we are taken as 0 position, 1 position, 2 position. So, this column we are represented as positions. So, the circular queue, the priority queue is a queue. Here, the elements can be inserted and the elements can be removed or deleted based on some preset, priority or preset order. Means here we are given some preset values. The preset values are position 0, position 1, position 2. So, I want to insert the first element. So, the first element I need to insert in the position 2. See here, I will insert the element here. Next, the second element I want to insert in the preset value 0. Here I will insert the value 30. Here I will insert the value is 25. Suppose the next element I want to insert to the preset value 2 after 25. 10 will be inserted. Next element I want to be inserted in the preset value 1. Here I want to insert the element is 50. See, based on the preset priorities, the insertion and deletion operations can be performed in the priority queue. Clear? So, there has only the definition and you write this simple diagram for the priority queue. So, there is no other concepts according to the priority queue concept. Clear? So, priority queue, it is a queue where the insertion and deletion operation can be takes place based on the preset priority or preset order. The elements can be inserted and deleted in which priority we want. Clear? So, this is a diagrammatic representation of the priority queue. Next, we go for the double-ended queue as a fourth type of queue. Double-ended queue. So, what is double-ended queue? What it indicates? See, double-ended queue. Queue is having two ends, right? Already we know queue is having two ends. This is one end and this is one end. Generally, this end we are called as a rear end. This end we are called as a front end. Is this simple queue or general queue? the rear end we are used to insert an elements to the queue. The front end used to remove the elements from the queue. Rear end anna elements anna insert ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, front end ಎಲ್ಲ elements ಅನ್ನ delete ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. Queue is having two ends, right? Here the double ended queue represents, in this both the ends we can perform both operations. Means the rear end generally we are used to insert the elements, the same end we are used to remove the elements. Front end generally we are used to remove the elements. Now this front end can also use it to insert the elements. See here, the double-headed queue means the queue is having two ends. The two ends can be used to perform insertion and deletion operations. Either we are using only one end to insert and remove the elements, or we are using this hand, we are insert and remove the elements, or we are using this hand to insert the elements, this hand is to remove the elements, or this hand we are used to insert the elements, this hand is used to remove the elements. Means we can easily remove and insert the element for which end we require. ಯಾವ ಎಂಡಿಂದ ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೂ ನಾವು ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಇನ್ಸರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು, ಯಾವ ಎಂಡಿಂದ ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೂ ನಾವು ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ರಿಮೂವ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. Next concept in the queue is operations performed on queue. Operations performed on the queue. Students, we have already discussed in the stack we can perform 7 different types of operations, right? What are the different 7 operations we are performed on the stack? The first operation is stack. It is used to create an empty stack. Second operation, push. This operation can be used to insert element to the stack. Pop. Third operation is pop. This operation can be used to remove element from the stack. Fourth operation is full. This operation used to find whether stack is full or not. Next operation is empty. It is used to check whether stack is empty or not. Next is size function. So the size function can be used to represent how many maximum number of elements can be stored on the stack. Last function is peak function. The peak function used to represent what is the current position of the top. It indicates the last element position in the stack. Clear? Like that, certain different operations we are performed on queue also. Here we are performed the first operation as queue operation. This queue operation used to create an empty queue. Used to create an empty queue. Create an empty queue. This function does not take any argument. This function does not take any argument, but it returns an empty queue to the program. It does not take any argument, but it will return an empty queue to the program main function. Second operation is NQ operation. NQ operation we are also called as insertion operation. NQ operation we are also called as insertion operation. This operation is required one argument. This operation required one argument. This operation used to insert an element to the queue using the rear end. NQ operation, it is used to insert an element to the queue using rear end. Clear? This function having the arguments, but it does not return any value. Whatever the element we are given, that element can be inserted to the queue using rear end, and so it does not return any value to the program. Clear? The third operation is DQ operation. ಇಲ್ಲಿ Q ಅಂದ್ರೆ ENQUE ಅಂತ ಬರಿಬಾರದು, ತಪ್ಪಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ENQUE UE. DQ means DEQUEUE. DQ operation. DQ operation we are also called as deletion operation. Deletion operation. This operation can be used to remove the element from the queue using front end. So this operation used to remove the element from the queue using front end. Clear? This function or this operation does not require any arguments. See here, we are not passing any parameters. It does not require any arguments. But it should return deleted element from the queue. Which element is go out from the queue, that element will be returned to the program. Clear? So this function does not require any argument, but it should return the deleted element to the queue. Next operation is full. This operation used to check whether queue is full or not. When queue is full, we are checked by using rare pointer value condition. Rare is reaches to the maximum size. Rare equals to maximum size. Rare equal to maximum size. It will give the exception condition or exception statement queue is full. So we have stopped the insertion operation. Clear? Is full function used to check whether queue is full or not. The condition used to check queue is full or not is rare equals to maximum size. It will indicate queue is full. Next function is empty. There is no space, is empty. It's a single name. Is empty function used to check whether queue is empty or not. We want to delete elements from the queue, right? If elements are there, we can perform the deletion operation. If the elements are not there, how we are perform deletion operation? It is not possible. That's why we check whether queue is empty or not with the help of is empty function. So this function used to check whether queue is empty or not for the deletion operation. When queue is empty, if front value is greater than rare value, front value is greater than rare value, queue is empty. Clear? Next, sixth operation, size operation. The size operation can be used to represent how many maximum number of elements we are stored in the queue. Queue ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಎಷ್ಟು maximum number of elements ಅನ್ನು ಸ್ಟೋರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ರೆಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ ಈ ಆಪರೇಷನ್. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಲ್ಲ? ಇನ್ನ ನಮಗೆ ಪೀಕ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ವಿ. ಆ ಪೀಕ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಒಂದು ಕ್ಯೂ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ರಿಮೈನಿಂಗ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಆಪರೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ. ಕ್ಯೂ ಆಪರೇಷನ್, ಎನ್ ಕ್ಯೂ ಆಪರೇಷನ್, DQ operation, is full operation, is empty operation, size operation. Clear students? The next concept is representation of queue. Representation of the queue. The queue can be represented in the memory using two methods. The queues are represented in the memory using two ways. There are number one, static representation of the queue. Static representation of the queue using array. And second one, dynamic representation of the queue. Dynamic representation of the queue using linked list. Using linked list. Queue can be represented in the memory in two ways. There are number one, static representation of the queue using array. Number 2, dynamic representation of the queue using linked list. Students, in the next class, I will explain how the queue can be represented using array and how queue can be represented using linked list. Thank you, students.